Fujifilm XT-5, the most anticipated camera.
XT-5.
Well, time sure does fly. I've owned this Fujifilm XT-3 since 2019 and now the XT-5 is lurking around the corner. The same question keeps repeating in my head. Should I upgrade this camera? If you're having that same issue, then please stick around. We'll go over to some details in this video. The Fujifilm X-T3 was mainly purposed as a video camera. This because the video capabilities were exceptional for its price. 60 frames per second in 4K, 120 frames per second in Full HD, a decent log in 420, and during the time it was also one of the first digital mirrorless cameras with APS-C or a larger sensor capable of 4K 60 frames per second in 422 with the HDMI output. Then I discovered that taking pictures with the X-T3 was magical. Coming from a Sony system, the Fuji colors just spoke more to me. They gave me the feeling that they had some soul or something. Still, to this day, after a street photography session, I still look forward to import the photos into Lightroom and see what came out. I would like to make a comparison with the Fujifilm X-T5, which has been released this year. It seems that the X-T5 is more targeted towards photographers, because the video capabilities have stayed almost the same. The X-T5 comes with in-body stabilization, which the X-T3 is missing. There's a lot of debate or preconceptions on why IBIS is really needed in a camera. My point of view is that IBIS isn't really needed in a camera. There are a lot of other ways to fix the micro jitters that you get. For example, you can put your camera on a gimbal or even rig the camera out to get rid of those micro jitters. Also, video editing software like Adobe Premiere or DaVinci Resolve, they have some internal tools to get rid of those excess camera shakes. My main video camera does not have IBIS as well, and I have to say, sometimes I really like that shaky look. It makes some shots feel more organic. So, in my opinion, it's not really that important. They like to point out that it has 6K capabilities, but if you read any further, it's with a crop factor. Actually, you can use 4K 60 frames per second with the full width of the frame, just as the X-T3 can do. But first, let me tell you this. You don't really need 6K or 8K capabilities unless you have to crop in a lot. My main income is from making videos for companies, and absolutely no one has ever asked me to deliver a project in 6K, let alone 4K. So when it comes to exporting videos for social media or for businesses, Full HD is the industry standard. This doesn't count for YouTube, because I upload my videos in 4K. My Zcam, for example, the camera that I'm shooting on right now, has 6K capabilities, but I shoot mostly in 4K. This because when I have to crop something out of the frame, I still keep the same quality. Don't stare blindly at these high numbers, because in my opinion you don't really need 6 or 8K. Most importantly for me is the dynamic range and also the look you get when you apply your first grade to the footage. And Fujifilm absolutely smashed it out of the park for me. The X-T5 wins a big fat point when it comes to battery life. The X-T3's batteries are easily drained and you have to switch quite often to keep on shooting. The issue seemed already fixed with the X-T4, and now with the X-T5 it would be even better. But still, this problem can be fixed easily. Just buy more batteries. It will still be a lot cheaper than upgrading the camera. Fujifilm's strategy was a bit blurry for me in the beginning. They announced the X-T3 as a hybrid shooter camera, so it's perfect for an individual who wants to shoot pictures and video. And at the time, this was just perfect for me. But also the X-H1 was their flagship model. That was a bit confusing for me. But now, with the release of the X-H2 and the X-T5 almost at the same time, it became more clear. the XH2 is more targeted towards the video shooter, whether the XT5 is more for the photographer. That's why we see a big improvement when it comes to megapixels on the XT5. The XT5 has 40 megapixels. Compared to the XT-3, this is a significant upgrade. So yeah, it's a lot better for taking pictures. This is because of the newer processor, which makes your pictures less noisy. Also, the autofocus has made some improvements. They call it the deep learning autofocus. But is more megapixels the better? It really depends. If your pictures are being used on billboards or magazines, then yes, you need more megapixels. But for me, it kind of becomes obsolete. As a street photographer, I mainly use my XT-3 for personal use. And even sometimes on weddings or some small client projects, my pictures are mainly used on social media. And to be honest, I like to add some grain in my pictures as well, to make them look kind of old school. The biggest factor for me is the price. A brand new XT5 comes with a $2,000 price tag, while you could find a used XT3 for around $700. This means that if you think about buying a system camera like this, you would save $1,300. So really consider whether you really need the extra megapixels and battery life. So am I going to upgrade you? No, I think not. This camera still does a trick for me, and it still delivers on my needs. I'm going to use this one until it really breaks down on me. I'd rather invest in some extra lights, some new lenses, a few extra batteries if necessary, and you can do the same. With the extra money you save, you can buy an extra pair of lenses, an extra light, and you'll be much more happier with the whole package. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any other opinion about my decision, then please leave it in the comments. Also, consider liking this video and subscribing. I'm almost at 1000 subs, which is absolutely insane. Thank you all. So, we'll see each other in the next video. Bye bye.